Hello and welcome back to your Cambridge Mathematics Stage 7 course. Today we'll be looking at Module 3.5, which is adding and subtracting decimals. Okay, let's kickstart this with an example. Right, example 1. We are asked to add 6.9 to 4.2. Please remember, don't be tempted to reach out for your calculator at this point because you have to show you're working out. In an exam, examiners want to see how you've got this. So if you just write down the answer, that will not be awarded any marks at all, even if the answer is correct. That is very important for us to know. And please, please, please do not be tempted to just reach out for your calculator. Let's learn how to do this. Here we go then, guys. Right. The easiest thing to do here is to break this down into two parts. We have 6.9 and we have 4.2. 6.9 is made up of two parts. It's made up of the whole part. 6 is the whole number. 4.2 also. 4 will be your whole number. The 0.9, however, that's the decimal part. Likewise, 0.2 is the decimal part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this down into its parts. So 6.9, break this down into 6 plus 0.9. Bring down that plus. 4.2, I'm going to break down into 4 plus 0.2. So this is my whole part. And this is, or these are my decimal parts. So 6 and 4 are my whole parts, and 0.9 and 0.2 are my decimal parts. My next step is going to be to add the whole parts together and add the decimal parts together. So if I add 6 plus 4, nice and easy to add in your head. That's going to be 10, even without using a calculator. We can do that. Plus 0.9 plus 0.2, which are our decimal parts added together. Again, we can do that in our heads. That becomes 1.1. Now, I'm sure you can see what's going to happen next. You're just adding your 10 plus 1.1, which is going to be 11.1 as your final answer, just bringing those two together in the end. Okay, example number 2. Example number 2, let's suppose now we have 6.3. Now we want to subtract, take away 4.2. I'm going to use the same method again. I'm going to break down 6.3 into 6 plus 0.3. And I'm going to break down 4.2 into 4 plus 0.2. Okay, so 4.2 becomes 4 plus 0.2. Please be careful when we get to this point here. Here we very casually just brought down that minus sign and put it there. But be careful when you've got, that plus sign and brought it down there. Be careful when you have a minus sign and you are bringing it down there. Okay. When you have a negative sign and you bring it down, that becomes, that's a negative, but you have to put a bracket around the you have to put a bracket around the second number there. Otherwise, if you don't, if you multiply out, if this was still a negative, if you multiply at this negative and negative, it means we have changed the original idea to be a positive. So I'm not wanting to confuse you too much about that. If you have a negative, put a bracket around your second number. If you have a negative, put a bracket around your second terms or your second expression. Okay, this works out to be 6 Now, negative and positive will give you a negative. Minus 4, I am now subtracting my whole parts, plus 0.3, negative and positive will give you a negative again, plus 0.3 minus 0.2. 6 minus 4, from our whole parts we get 2. 0.3 minus 0.2, from our decimal parts we get 0.1. Adding these two together, we get our final answer as 2.1.